Hello and welcome to Pratik Chess Videos.
Hey Justin, today we are going to see a game between Wei Yi and Brunzon Bautista. This was played in the year 2017. This game is known as the Quiet Move Immortal because this game had such a quiet moves and the king hunt was just amazing. Alright, now let's start the game. The game here started. Well, e4, c5, knight f3, e6. Now we reach we reach the Taiwan we reach the French variation. Now after what uh, now after d4, c into d4, knight into d4, we reach the main variation here. But in the game was played after d4, c d4, knight d4. In the game, he chose other queen order. He played knight to c3 here, and after knight to c3 was played a6, and now d4. Well, d4 here actually reaches the calm variation after takes queen c7. So that's why here also white just wanted to halt the move orders a bit. He just played bishop to e2, and now here bishop to e2 here. So here that's why. Well, now there's this thing. All right. So see, now here the thing is that after bishop to e2, which was played in the game, comes knight to c6, and now well, and now let's see, and now here it is played the move. Well, what do we play here? So here the move we play is d4. We go for the attack, and after d4 comes c into d4, knight into d4, and now queen c7. Queen c7. Well, the when he moves with queen to c7, but queen to c7 has the a nice idea of just playing bishop to c5 and then bishop to a7. All right. So queen to c7. So after queen to c7, here it was played. There are many options after queen to c7. There's knight into c6. There's bishop to e3. There's short castle and many others. But in the game, it was played the nice move. Well, nice because obviously here short castle is an option and was played in the game. We first castle here, and now we reach a kind of theory. We are going into theory Knight to f6. Here this is kind of theoretical. I mean, here the idea of white is to just here play bishop to e3, then go f4, queen d2, rook a d1, and so on and so forth. Well, so now what will you play? Okay, now after here, so here let's see the idea. The idea is to just play. See, now what is black's idea here? Black's idea is to play bishop c5, then play bishop to a7, and then here black short castles, black here short castles, and then the game continues. Alright, so here that's why uh, after knight f6 idea of bishop to c5, so in the game was played bishop to e3 here, and now after bishop to e3 with the idea of queen d2 and f4, actually a better idea than queen d2. Here after bishop d3, here the idea actually is to play f4 and then queen to e1 with queen to h4. So this is the idea. Now in the game after bishop e3 was played bishop to b4. Well, bishop to c5 is not the best move. Bishop to b4 is. And now bishop to b4, here idea is to take on c3, and now take on e4. This is the idea. I mean b to c3, knight into e4. So that's why after bishop to b4, mm, well, now after bishop to e3, bishop to b4, well, see, let's first go to here. Now in the game after bishop e3, firstly after bishop to e3, here was played bishop to b4, and after bishop to b4 was played see, now we see what should we play. All right, now in the game knight to a4 was played. Knight to a4, here having the idea that, see, now all right, so right here we have our game. So now after bishop to e7, after knight into a4, just take on c6, b into c6, and now play knight to b6. This is like the main theory here. But now we here get to our main game. So now after knight to f6, see, now here after knight to f6, there's move bishop e3, bishop e7, and now we play f4. F4 here has the idea of f5, uh, here f5, well, f5, very illogical, because after f5 here we play, then there can be moves like f into e6 and we continue the attack. So in the game was played d6, here after f4 in the game was played d6, and now king to h1, and here king to h1 has the idea that after short castle we here play queen to e1. Alright, here we come the idea. Yeah, so I think you got the idea of what I am talking. So now here knight into d4, bishop into d4 just, and now comes b5. b5 is an interesting move because it does many things. Firstly, after b5, here after queen to g3, bishop b7. Now, mm, now see. Okay, so now after bishop to b7, what should you play? Well, after bishop to b7 was played a3. Well, this move is considered not so nice in the Sicilian here to play, but now it works. Because now, why does it work? Because now we mm, here have many moves at our arsenal, and here black can't really do anything, because in the Sicilian the a3 move is not played so much, as it is a loss of tempo, because opponent attacks us, but here actually it's the opposite, we are attacking the opponent, and now it's really bad for the opponent here. So now after a3, um, here it was played, well, here it is like very what to play, like here uh, guess the move type, but still now the fun starts. So now here in the game bishop to c6 was played. Yeah, so here see, so after a3 there now comes rook a d8, and now the fight starts really, because now after rook a d8 comes the move d5, and after d5 d into e4, there's this is bad, that's why rook a1 has the idea here to that the bishop goes to d3, pawn e5, and then continue attack here. Yeah, so all right, now yes, see here idea is that after here d5 into d5, bishop into d5, knight into d5, rook into d5, this pawn is under pin, and now black's pawns are well defended, but after here we still attain a nice position. Because now we here sacrifice a piece, because it's mate here if you take, so that's why it's nice. So here in the game. But back to the main game. All right, now, well, rook a d8, rook a e1, and now it was played rook to d7. Well, now rook to d7 sounds like a big deal, because now after rook to d7 starts the real fun. See? So now after rook to d7, here starts, well, here is the real fun, because after rook a e1, rook to d7, now comes the nice move. Now what should we play? Alright, so here there's this move bishop to d3. Alright, and then there is the move rook to e8. So now here after rook to e8, now we start our plan. Alright, so what is our winning plan? Uh, well, our winning plan here after queen d8 is now to pressure on the queen side here with king side. Now queen h3, idea is to play f5 here. Mm. Well, so after here queen h3, f5 is a very big threat, and now after f5, then it's bad here. All right, so it's very bad. So after queen to h3, whoops, not knight g4, we play here g6, and now after g6 come starts the fun, and now after g6 was played f5. Now we break open the opponent's defenses. Now, well, g into f5 obviously isn't an option, so e into f5. But actually here after f5, black here played an interesting e5. E5 has the idea to attack the bishop obviously, and here bishop to e3 comes, and now bishop to e3 idea here is to play bishop to h6 and then attack on the rook. Alright, so that's the good thing here. But now it's an interesting position, because see, firstly the threat of white is to play, well, what is white's threat firstly? Alright, the threat of white here is here to firstly play bishop h6, and secondly in the more dangerous threat is to play f into g6 and break open the line. So that is something deadly, but still, uh, well, still black can still defend his position, but that would be tough. So how to defend? It's a question. Um, well, it really doesn't have any good answer how to defend, because now it's just pretty bad position. But still, he try Brunzon tried to here to defend with the move rook to e8, and now starts the fun. F into g6, h into g6, and now comes knight to d5. Nice. And now knight into d5. Well, let's just Okay, now pause the video and think what should you play. Very important movement. Well, alright. Did you do it? Hmm? So, yes. I hope you did because now comes the amazing move rook into f7. Well, rook into f7, first things first. Idea is to play queen to h7 and then mate. So now that's why here after queen to h7 threat he played king into f7 and now starts the king hunt. Now was played queen. Here best move is to play on h7, king here e6 and now well there are options now e into d5 check. There is this move queen into g6 check. There's also rook f1 with idea of queen to f7 mate. Here actually the best move is e into d5 check which was played in the game. King into d5 and now what should you play? Pause the video and think. Now was played bishop to e4 check with the idea that if you take on e4 which happened in the game, now I can move my bishop anywhere I want here to give check to give a decisive deadly check, discovered check. So that's why here after bishop e4 check, king into e4 here, but now starts the immortal game. Now was played queen to f7 with the sneaky idea here to mate on f3. See? And now queen f3 is a very uh, tough to parry because now you can't even go to d5. So now I think only move here is to play rook to f8 and well, but in the game black found an nice defense with the move bishop to f6 attacking the queen. So now after bishop to f6, now it was simply played the move bishop to d2 check. Well, bishop to d2 check here has the idea of, see now, king to d4 is the only move. So after king to d4, here it's the one. So firstly, let's go with brilliant here. And here it's good and here it's also good. But now another quiet move, just playing firstly check here and now just playing queen to b3. Alright, queen to b3, another sneaky idea of queen to d3 with mate. Alright, so well that is another idea, but now queen to b3 black plays king to f5. And now what to play? Well, here was played rook to f1 check, king to g4, and now comes queen to d3. Here with the idea after queen to d3 to play queen to e2 and then there's bad thing following it. So there's just it's just such a good here that here there's a crushing move after crushing move and now bishop into g2 check only move king into g2 And now queen to a8 check is only move, after which king to g1, bishop to g5, and then finally in the game was played queen to e2 check, and now after king to h4, queen bishop f2 check. Here in the end, king to h3, and then an amazing game after bishop to e1 was ended. Alright, this was the amazing game. What an amazing game. This was just amazing after this knight d5, and then this whole combination followed with this bishop e4, queen f3, and it was just an amazing game. Alright. So here this game ended. Okay. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and the bell icon. Thank you.